Greetings, dear watchers. This is yet another ARK 100 Days challenge, but I can't place a foundation on ground, but I can on a platform saddle. Not being able to place a structure on ground means you can't craft narcotics by using a mortar and pestle, and you are without a Smithy. You can't craft metal tools. So how can one progress without placing structures? Now that's up to me to figure out a way to progress. The map is Valguero, the difficulty is hardcore, and I need to beat Forsaken Oasis triple boss arena without dying once. Welcome to day 1, where I spawned near the rock carrots, and I immediately picked up few rocks and gained my first level. Then I started running to the rock carrots because I had this plan in my mind. Aquis as a mortar and pestle, Argentavis as a Smithy, and a racer as a mobile base. So I punched a broken tree branch, gathered some rock carrots, got the pickaxe and then the flint, and crafted a hatchet, and then applied Santiago's axe skin. Then I got some more wood and crafted a wooden bow, and then some arrows. I went after a Phiomia to get my first hide, but a level 150 Phiomia had lots of HP and it ran pretty well. My hunt was not a success. It went swimming far away. But then I saw a carcass of an Ankylosaurus. It was recently killed by that Rex over there, but it was not eaten, so I'm not sure. Anyway, it helped my progress tremendously. With that, I got myself few bolas and then a wooden shield. I bola'd a parasaur and killed it. I got even more hide with those and I upgraded my kit to next tier. And then I was rocking a beautiful hide armor set. That was enough for me to go after the horses. I started running north, but I was running out of daylight. I found one right before the sunset. I got on and started feeding rock carrots. But I made a mistake and did not replace my rock carrots in my hotbar, so I couldn't feed the Aquis when it was jumping with discontent. And then it got mad when I dismounted, and damn, that was hell of a kick. I got knocked out of this world with a single kick. There wasn't any aggressive creatures around, so I got myself together and managed to get up. I found another Aquis, but I couldn't feed it. I kept looking for them, but now it was nighttime. So I pull out my torch to see what's going on around me. All this running around made me so thirsty. So I started walking to the water sounds, and I found fresh water, but something else was in the dark, waiting for me. Suddenly I got attacked by a raptor. I tried to fight back, but a level 150 raptor was hidden like a truck. So I quickly realized that I could not be the winner of this fight, so I jumped off. I just jumped off of this cliff, and I used my parachute and dived into the darkness. But I had no choice other than keep going. I was broken bones when I landed. I found another Aquis in this blindness, and I just started feeding it rock carrots without thinking much. But it ran into a massive fight that was going on in the dark between a Spinosaurus and a Brontosaurus. So I ran out of that mess and left that Aquis. I found myself a nice spot to spend the night, and I just waited for the sun to shine. On day 2, with the first lights, I found an Aquis and managed to tame it without any trouble. I guess raptors were still asleep. And now I had a mobile mortar and pestle. I was gonna craft narcotics and then trank arrows, and then tame myself an Argentavis and use it as a Smithy. But the inventory of this Aquis was empty. The mortar and pestle part was coming with the saddle, but the saddle was crafted in a Smithy. I was truly shocked. My plan had a major setback. I had no access to narcotics. Even though an Aquis saddle was only stone, wood, hide and fiber, it was still crafted in a smithy. I was supposed to use an Argentavis as a smithy to craft racer platform saddle, but now how could I even tame an Argentavis to get the platform saddle without crank arrows? So I needed a new plan. The Aquis was able to knock out Pteranodons because you can bola them, but you can't bola RGs. So even if I could tank the RG attacks, it would fly away after its torpor is high enough. Then I remember there was an empty cave in Valguero that was very close where the Aquis is spawned. I could use the lava cave as a natural trap. I could lure an Argentavis there and knock it out with my Aquis. But the lava cave was a long way from here. It's not good to travel that distance by land, so I left my Aquis pair here and flew away. With my new flyer, I was also on the hunt for supply drops. I didn't install the upgrade station mod, so I needed as many supply drops as possible. My hunt for supply drops continued through the day 3. I even got myself a flag DP right off the start. Nothing serious, but I was looking for a crossbow and maybe for some trank arrows if the Aquis fails to knock out the Argentavis. Then I was next to the lava cave and there was a green drop in front of it. I wanted to take that, but I heard and then I saw a Carno nearby, so I went away and tried to get some XP by killing this bleeding Bronto. I killed it, I got my XP, but then suddenly I got attacked by a Microraptor right into this mess. There was even Rexes nearby, but I shaked the stun off and went back up to my Pteranodon. Everything was good, and I got quite a lot of levels from that Bronto. But for some reason, this encounter boosted my confidence. I went back for the green drop. I quickly got all of it and went back on my Pteranodon, but I was too heavy, and while I was trying to drop some weight, I got knocked off by a Microraptor yet again, probably the same one. But now the Microraptor wasn't alone, it was with a level 150 Carnotaurus, and it was an unforgiving, relentless, merciless killer. I reset it back to level 1, but I was not ready to quit. I did the whole thing once again, but this time I found some dodos and they have become my hide source. I didn't know there was dodos spawning here. I made some bolas, killed some dinos, got myself another kit. I had to mix hide and cloth because it was too hot to wear full hide armor at this time of the day. Then I find the Aquis I lost because I died in the hardcore mod. Then I found another Aquis and tamed it. I spent the night on a rock with my Aquis. On day 4, I found an unicorn and tamed it just because it's an unicorn. Got another Pteranodon and picked up few more supply drops, and I got my first flag piece, an apprentice flag helmet. Looking good, right? And then I went as close as possible to the lava cave and tamed an Aquis. Because Pteranodons can't carry the horses, I needed to ride one inside to the lava cave. It was going to be a very dangerous ride because the area was filled with max level apex predators. I didn't want to risk myself, so I whistled this orange Aquis to follow me, but he got killed along the way. So I had to ride my Aquis. That was the only way. So I tamed another and hopped on. It was a very long way and it was uphill. I needed to climb a mountain with this Aquis. And it actually worked. I was on an even level with the lava cave. I could dodge and tank few Rex hits, but if a Microraptor stuns me, it could be over. I made it. I managed to ride my Aquis into the lava cave. I hid my Aquis all the way to the back of the cave. Then I went out and looted an Argentavis inside. When the RG was trapped at the back room, I went back to my Aquis and started tranking the RG with the kicks. But the RG was strong and my Aquis had no saddle, so it died. And on the day 5, I did it. I knocked out an Argentavis in a cave with a club. I quickly fed it some mutton that I brought from outside before, and while I wait for the RG to eat its food, I collected the supply crates in the lava cave. I opened the yellow crate and got myself a new pair of boots, a Mastercraft chitin boots, and a simple pistol of apprentice quality. Then I opened the blue crate and got myself an apprentice metal sickle, but I couldn't open the red loot crate because I was not level 55. The pistol was useless because I couldn't craft bullets, but the metal sickle could be of good use if I needed lots of fiber. Then the RG got tamed, but it was without a saddle because I was only level 53, and the RG saddle is crafted at level 62. So I went back to my horses at the other side of the map. I had one Aquis and one unicorn here. So I started farming to gain XP. I even crafted a raft. I couldn't place it, but I could still craft the thing for XP. I killed some ankylos and finally I had enough levels to craft an Argentavis saddle. I crafted the saddle and strapped it on my beautiful Argentavis. I was so happy. I was making amazing progress with this challenge. I had a mobile Smithy in my hand. And now I could craft a platform saddle for a racer and I could have a base. But then I had my second shock of this challenge. A Smithy is only useful if you have metal ingots. I could farm raw metal easily, but they're not useful if you don't melt them. So, without a forge, the Smithy was pretty much unusable. I made an Aquis saddle for my unicorn and that's about it. That was all I had achieved. An Aquis saddle, which that gave me a mobile mortar and pestle, but that's all. Without metal, I could not even make myself a simple crossbow. I needed another new plan. So either I was gonna stop playing this challenge or change the rules a bit. Like maybe I could place some structures on ground. Structures I got from drops just to demolish them to gain some metal. But that did not felt right. I looked up something that appeared in my mind. Is there a way to get a platform saddle on Valguero through the drops? Then I saw only aberration red loot crates and deep sea loot crates at pre-crafted racer platform saddles. And I wasn't sure if the red loot crates on the lava cave had the same possible loot table or not. They did look exactly the same. So instead of quitting or changing the rules, I wanted to try this for a few days. I brought my unicorn to the lava cave. I have made a temporary base of this space. It was a safe location to store my dinos because wild dinos did not spawn here. I picked up few supply drops and went back to the lava cave, and it had 3 loot crates in the large room: blue, yellow and red, and they respawn every 30 minutes. That meant that I get to open 6 loot crates every single day, and 2 of them would be red loot crates, just like aberration loot crates and deep sea loot crates. So I started looting the cave drops every 30 minutes in the lava cave, and then I was going out and looting every single supply drop I see without really caring for their quality. I found an apprentice saddle BP for terrorbirds, and I found a journeyman saddle BP for raptors. Any saddle BP that doesn't require metal to craft could always be useful. I upgraded my pants to apprentice chitin, and I got another weapon, a journeyman shotgun, but I couldn't use that too because lack of ammo. Also a chitin chest armor, and that was the last piece I was using, a primitive hide. but this tedious and repetitive search was getting very difficult to continue. So I grabbed a dire wolf and dropped it in a natural trap I found nearby, knocked it out and then tamed it with mutton. Then tamed few more and started breeding the best ones, and then raising the good wolf cubs to be a mighty army of dire wolves. I got an apprentice metal shield, also an ascendant saber-tooth saddle. I wore the shield and then grabbed a saber-tooth, knocked it out with the unicorn, and then tamed it with mutton. And I strapped the ascended saddle on the saber-tooth. Every single day I was collecting the cave loot crates and the outside supply drops, and I was breeding and raising dire wolves, and then occasionally adding fresh blood to the breed line. Days were passing and my treasure was getting richer and richer. Eventually, between loot crate hunting and raising the wolf cubs, I had a powerful army of dire wolves. I took them out of the cave to fight an alpha T-Rex of level 150, and it tear my army apart. Dire wolves with no saddle was quickly eaten by the mighty Rex. I barely saved my saber-tooth with an ascended saddle and got out of there. My direwolf breeders were safe, but it was clear that I needed another army who can wear saddles. And that was going to be raptors because of this good saddle. I grabbed a raptor, trapped it in the cave, bowled it, and knocked it out with trank arrows. Then I tamed it with mutton. I strapped the journeyman raptor saddle. Then I picked up another raptor and tamed that as well. And now I had two raptors who can breed and give me raptor eggs, so I could build an army of their offspring. I could incubate raptor eggs in the cave with the right time of the day. In certain times of the day they were too hot and then too cold, but I had a gap in the day that they were at the perfect temperature. I had a limited time to incubate them, but with my raids it was possible. Then I continued my search for the platform saddle. And I started raising another dino army, raptors with journeyman saddles added this time. And I found a tech raptor and carried it inside the cave, bowled it and knocked it out with the trank arrows. And then tamed it with mutton, but I couldn't find another to breed them. I got an apprentice bow and replaced my primitive one. And then I got a flak leggings of journeyman quality. I got another upgrade to my armor set, a Mastercraft flak helmet. And I found an oil pump. I could place this on top of an oil vein and then demolish it and gain back half of the metal, but I still wanted to continue my search. I didn't want to give up on my challenge. To level up my dinos, I decided to feed them each other. This was a very safe way to level them up. Then I got a journeyman long neck rifle, again with no ammo. I got another upgrade to my gauntlets, a Mastercraft Kaizen gauntlet. And then the second army was almost ready to head out. And I got another mutation to my direwolf, but this one came with a new color. And then I got another weapon, a journeyman pump action shotgun. This could have been a game changer if I had any bullets. A line of battle direwolves and a line of battle raptors. My dino army was ready. In total, 20 direwolves and 20 raptors. We head out to kill something powerful, a level 150 Carcharodontosaurus. It was right next to the lava cave, and I wanted to take that out. A huge beast versus 2 packs of small-sized killers. 40 pack animals. I thought this was gonna be an epic fight, but they all died almost instantly. The Karkar was in another league. These small dinos stood no chance. I lost my entire dino army, but my quest could still go on. So I went back to my search for the platform saddle. I was starting to feel hopeless. I was thinking about how should I change the rules of this playthrough so I could continue. But then something unexpected happened. I opened maybe my could have been the last loot crate, and suddenly I saw it. It was there. I was shocked. There it was in my hands. A journeyman racer platform saddle. Pre-crafted, not even a blueprint. It was ready to be used. Finally, I had what I needed to continue my progress. I was very happy and hyped for what happens next. but I wanted to feel better and be well rested for what is next. So I took a break. But then I lost my entire Valguero save folder. I had backups, but the backups were in the Valguero folder. And if you use delete single player map data on the ARK menu, it deletes the entire folder, not just your current world, where I had my backups. So this world is lost. But if this video receives enough support, I could use admin commands and replicate this world at this point and continue playing at day 30. So if this video gets 10,000 views or 100 likes or one new channel member in the first week of this video going public, I will replicate this world and continue playing until day 100. One of these conditions are enough. But for now, thank you for watching, dear watchers, and I'll see you on the next one. And before this video ends, I would like to thank my channel members. I don't know why I haven't made something like this before, but there you go. And thank you to my channel members who are supporting this channel with their hard-earned money. Yoris and Matthew joining this channel from their tech vacuum compartments, and that is the highest tier. And Patrick from his stone cottage, and also Andy and Scott from their thatch huts. I appreciate all the support. End.